Cowboy Nation. I got a topic that may be kind of controversial, maybe conspiracy theory, but here we go. Have you wondered why Micah Parsons, since his rookie year, been playing defensive end? Now, the background of that is when Randy Gregory got hurt, Cowboys only had one pass rusher back in 3 years ago, 21. And the problem was the Cowboys didn't emphasize any pass rusher during the draft. So they just assumed that Parsons was just a linebacker, all-purpose linebacker, which he is. So, of course, people, you think back during that Charger game, Parsons had a breakout game as a defensive end. So they kept him there. And last year they kept him there. And the year after that, they kept him there. Yeah, he put up some impressive numbers, 13 sacks 2 years in a row, and he had 14 and a half sacks this past season. But if you go back and look at Parsons' footage when he was at Green Bay, the Cowboys is doing him a disservice, not utilizing his full potential. Because, yeah, you can coach people how to use hand movement, bend, different box schemes, but you cannot coach 4.4 speed. So here's the problem lies. So I want y'all to think back for older Cowboy fans. Go back to 1992. You had Charles Haley, came over from the 49ers, who was a outside linebacker during that time with the 49ers, running a 3-4. Came to the Cowboys, pass rusher. It was him that brought the edge to the Cowboy defense that propelled them to win 3 Super Bowls. Of course, you got Aikman, Emmett, and Micah, but on defense, it was the point where Charles Haley brought that edge to the defense to help them win those 3 Super Bowls. Okay, Cowboys didn't have a pass rusher until they brought in DeMarcus Ware. 10 years, DeMarcus Ware in the 3-4, Hall of Famer, won Super Bowl with the Broncos. Then Cowboys drafted Randy Gregory, who's basically he was the same size as Parsons when he got drafted. Tall, skinny kid from Nebraska. But the problem was he had drug problems, weed, but he never got his full potential. But what all 3 players that you got to remind yourself is they wore the number 94. Now, here's where Jerry come in as far as marketing. There's certain numbers that Jerry only put special players in those numbers so he can market. Just like number 88. Yeah, Drew Pearson, Mike Irvin, Dez Bryant, and CeeDee Lamb. You had Antonio Bryant. I don't know if y'all remember him. Cowboys drafted him on the Parcells. He had the number 88, but Cowboys got rid of him because he was a knucklehead. But if y'all get where I'm going at, the problem is the reason why the Cowboys, I believe Jim Jones, refused to move Parsons away from defensive end is the fact that that's going to damage his cash cow as that particular position to market it number 11. Now here's another thing that you need to realize about these Cowboys. There are only certain positions where they put the most emphasis on: quarterback, wide receiver, left tackle, weak side pass rusher, and cornerback. That's why you don't see the Cowboys drafting linebackers, safeties in the first round, even though they need to. But those are the positions where the Cowboys put, you can say, stock or their money at. But also, another key is, if you have stars at those key positions, you can market them better. And as long as the team get to the playoffs, have little success in the preseason, regular season, and make it to the playoffs, then you can't continue using that, we're the Cowboys, we're America's team, I'm about winning Super Bowls, blah, 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 which we haven't seen nothing in the past 30 years. So, I'm still saying, from my previous videos, the culture of this team is very toxic. You cannot continue to run this organization with this toxicity, if that's a word, that Jerry Jones and his son now, Stephen Jones, has created, with just barely getting by. You winning, we winning, fans going to continue to support us as long as we stay irrelevant. That's why when you see people like Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless, everybody that's on ESPN, NFL Network, that's why they always talk about the Cowboys, not in a positive or winning way, but more of a soap opera. You don't hear them talk about the Cowboys like the Kansas City Chiefs or Pittsburgh Steelers or maybe the Eagles, because the Eagles are probably the only other team besides the Cowboys that's full of drama. But this Cowboys team is nothing but drama, and it started with Jerry Jones. It's like the 70s, 80s TV program Dallas. Jerry Jones created it for the modern Dallas Cowboys organization. And as a fan, if I want to watch soap opera, I'll watch soap opera. I don't want my team to be a soap opera. I want my team to get on the field every Sunday, do their best, win. You have a foundation. You know what to do. You know the type of players that you're going to have for your team. Not just have stars. Not just if my team is getting their ass whooped, I still want to see them try to fight. Not just hold their head down and look up in the sky and just give up like they did against Green Bay and 49ers and Buffalo this past season. Yes, they gave up. When things didn't go their way, yeah, they just threw in the towel. My mission for 2024 is try to prevent fans that haven't woke up yet from this, you can say, culture that the Cowboys has, to stop buying tickets, stop buying jerseys, stop buying anything that has Cowboy paraphernalia on it. Because this team do not deserve it. This team, until Jerry Jones Get out of the way. Hire a GM for a change. Then, only then, that you can continue living Tex Scram dream of Cowboys being the so-called America's team, but it requires winning Super Bowls, not just making it to the playoffs, not just continuing using Stephen A. Smith to laugh at the fans whenever we said this is our year and we get crushed. No, that's not the plan that Tex Graham had. This is Jerry Jones. I'm calling out to every Cowboy fans. Boycott the Cowboys for 2024 until Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones get out of their own way. Now, I know people ain't gonna do it, but I'm just trying.